and they were, like you said, they're trying to take the shots at them. They're trying to take the low blow hits. There's a couple of players where the whistle was blown and they come right behind everybody else, right behind the referee, and hit Whalers players. And the Whalers were just phenomenal in discipline of saying, okay, boom, take the game, wipe yourself off, get back and get ready for the drop of the puck.
It's time and place. I mean, right now, you know, there are bigger fish to fry. It's a scenario where, you know, they have to say to themselves, is it worth taking a penalty right now to get your revenge and everything? The biggest revenge is beating them on the scoreboard, and that's what the Whalers did here tonight.
And anybody, whoever thought about revenge is best served cold. Yeah. And this is a cold dish, fresh out the deepest part of the freezer. And there you go, a 5-0 win. And, you know, as a fan and, you know, learning how to look at the plays and they come to you guys with the stats and everything. Here's the one thing that you guys probably would never see. There's always a section for the away team. That section, each game they have had a home game here, has been louder than the Whalers fans. Tonight, they were quiet like a mouse in a church building. And then the Whalers fan, after the first 2 goals, it seemed like everybody started get the sniff of, game 5? Game 5, then goes 3-0. Game 5, and then you hit 4 and you go, game 5. And it was beautiful to watch the fans, and there was a lot of young kids, and there was a family right behind me. This is their first Whalers game. And they said, man, do they play hard like this all the time? I turned around and I looked at them. I said, this is the tip of the iceberg. This is just sending a message to a team saying, okay, you got us last week, you got us the last game, but I don't know if you saw the sign when you walked in. I don't know if you saw the well in the middle of the ice. This is our turf, and you're not going to do that here.
No, it wasn't going to happen, and I think the crowd fed off the energy that the boys had on the ice. I mean, from the get-go tonight, they had an extra gear, they had an extra step, and it was a dominating 5-0 victory.
Dominating. I mean, I feel sorry for a goalie if you have to face 15 shots on the net in one period. But when you face about 20 in one period, you're just hoping that your body hits some type part of the puck. You're hoping the pole shifts to the right. You're hoping the net shrinks behind you and they can't get it in. That's not a great feeling. Like we talked before, you know, we have a great goaltender, and you have to make sure you get a win. You have to take them out of the comfort zone. And it's just like in baseball when you have like Justin Verlander, he's on the mound. You got to take him out of his comfort zone in the first 2 innings, or you can just go ahead and put an L on your board. They got to him in the first few minutes of the game, and that's what you got to do, and that's what the Whalers got to do. That's a big key. You got to get the goalie to be uncomfortable in their building. If you can get that tomorrow, we're not talking about a game 7. We're talking about London, and last time I checked, London was winning 3-1, but Kitchener had a power play. So, you know, you can't really count out Kitchener because we've seen it here. You've had 5. We've had a lead of 4-0, and they come back and tie it. And so you can never put a team like that kind of talent away. But what a fun series! If it's not too early to look over the horizon, a fun series is going to be against London.
It's going to be awesome. A lot of people thought that it would end up being the Whalers in London, and you know, I know we talked about it before. My personal opinion, I think the winner of this series is going to be the Western champion. I think Plymouth or Owen Sound, have a really good chance of knocking off London, but the Knights were the top team all year, had a phenomenal winning streak, and obviously they cooled off, and the pack kind of caught up to them, so to speak. Not all the way, but it became closer than anybody thought. But nothing's easy in this league, and I think the Whalers know that moving ahead to Game 6.
And once again, we're hoping that we don't have to talk to you guys about Game 7. And I don't want these words to come out of my mouth. Hi, where this is Whalers Corner from Game 7. I do not. It doesn't fit. It doesn't taste right. And plus, it's a 4 in the afternoon game. I have to make up an excuse for my boss to get here, or I might have to bring him along, one of the two, and I'm not really looking forward to none of those choices. So they need to get this win tomorrow because, like I said, London's going to, like you said, London's probably going to end up winning today, and they're going to get a couple of days of rest. And if the Whalers can win 2 in a row and knock this team out tomorrow, they can start to feel a little taste of getting on a roll, and you want that to go against London. You want to feel like any building you go into or any team you face, that is an automatic W.
Yeah, and London, if they finish it out here tonight at home, they get to stay at home for at least 6 or 7 days. I've heard 2 different things that the Western Conference Finals would either start next Thursday or next Friday, and regardless of who wins Game 6 and a potential Game 7 in this series, the series starts in London. So, that'll be a benefit. They'll be at home for a week and waiting the winner of this series.
And that's pretty much sums it all up. I have nothing further to talk about this game because just like the third period, I didn't know what to do with my time. If you go to the Facebook page for the Whalers Corner, you see me put up pictures. I had a couple of the guys laughing at the penalty box because one of the fans on the website sent me a picture of a bear in a hospital with a bandage and a hockey stick in his hand, saying we couldn't even get one. Mm-hmm. And I showed it to a couple of guys, and they were just cracking up, and they're just like, well, that's how you got to make them feel. But once again, we're pretty much hoping and praying that we do not have to do Game 7. And if it does go to Game 7, and whatever happens this year, I will, just for the Whalers fans that come and fill up this arena, it's been one wonderful ride for the Whalers this year. We're going to lose a lot of good guys this year. This is the last year for a lot of guys, and you're seeing a team that knows that and are playing for the guy that sits next to them. They're not playing for themselves. They're playing for the guy that sits next to them because this is the last time you get to put on that sweater that says Whalers on it. This is the last time you get to have your fans that follow you from your high school to coming here. This is the last time you get to hear your name get called with the Whalers. And we want to tell every Whalers that is going to be going to the next step or even higher. We appreciate you. We thank you. And we thank you for the memories. I mean, there's a lot of memories here that you can fill up all these walls with memories. Timeless goals of these guys that are about to leave.
A lot of entertainment, and hopefully a lot of entertainment left this season as well. About a month and a half worth would be nice.
Man, would it be? So, once again, Whalers Corner is always brought to you by Whalers Nation, which is you guys, your fans, and Detroit Snob. We'll see you guys.